Ever signed up for a trial and had it run out before you got to use it? In this video, I'm going to show you how to maximize your trial while making sure it's the right one for you. We love free trials and software because we get to test it out and figure out if we want to use it or not, as well as we may be using the free version and we want to upgrade. Today, I'm going to show you how to maximize that software trial that you're using for your business or for yourself, and how to get the most you can to determine whether or not you're going to use it. Before you get started, before you even sign up for the challenge, before the trial, ask yourself a few questions. What do I believe? How do I believe this? Before you start the trial, you should ask yourself a few questions. How do I believe using this will help me? When you see the tool, you're going to ask yourself that because you want to know, how do I believe it's going to help me? Because if it's not going to help me in the way I believe, or even close, then I know it's going to be a quick, no, I don't need this. The next one is really important. What's my comfort level with tech? A lot of tools are super duper easy to use, and there are quite a few that have a steep learning curve. If you use software all the time, it's going to be a different experience for you for somebody that never gets on software, pretty much is just using a few Microsoft Office things at work. So they're going to have to look at, their experience is going to be very different. So you need to ask yourself that, what's my comfort level? And from there, have a project ready to test out. Don't go in uploading the project that you want, your main project in there, because you're going to do all that heavy lifting only to find out, hey, this software isn't what I thought it was going to do. I'm not going to use it. Or you're not going to feel like pulling all your stuff back out either. Or you're just going to be disgusted and frustrated that you took the time to load all that. Find some small project that you can load that will use the tools that you or features that you believe you're signing up for. This is Asana, and I'm considering an upgrade in this example because I want to streamline my coaching business inside of Asana, and you have to be upgraded in order to create forms in there and a couple of other things that I want to do to automate. So what I have set up is just a template coaching client folder that I intend to have integrated with my actual, where my actual things live. So note, I didn't say I was going to start from scratch and start loading in my client stuff. I just made a dummy template and I'm going to use that to test. And from there, you check out what it is to upgrade. Now, this is because I have a free account. Most of the time, you're going to be dealing with an upgrade. If you tested their free and you're curious about the paid, you'll start with some kind of sample. You investigate, how long is it? Asana's is for 30 days, which is pretty cool because most of them have like 7 days, 14 days, especially the pricier tools. So this here tells you what's available. And this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for forms. I'm looking for workflow builders because I'm going to be doing a lot of automations. If I were just thinking, oh, I just want to have a couple of things and I don't really need all this, then that's one way I'd know, okay, I don't really need to upgrade. I can just keep doing what I'm doing. But check and make sure that they've got Google SSO, comment only, project, advanced search, start dates and times. A lot of people don't need that. Private projects is huge. Private projects is huge for someone doing this, especially in a business. If you're just doing it for yourself, not so much. So you check out how long the trial is for, and you immediately, what I do is go to my calendar and 2 days out from that trial expiring, especially if I have to give my credit card information. You don't have to do it with, a lot of them are moving away from that, and they'll just send you a note or just cut it off. But sometimes you do have to give your credit card information. So I always go to my calendar and backtrack 2 days before that is due to expire. And I go ahead and make a reminder notification for myself. And from there, I start the trial and I get started. The first thing you want to do is go ahead and upload that project you want. And remember how we saw all the things that are available? Go and start with the things you don't have first, loading those. If the trial will allow you to, uh, if the trial will allow you to have forms and workflows and see right away, it starts with a work walkthrough. Take advantage of this walkthrough because if it's a tool that you've already been using, you're probably familiar with this stuff. But if it's a new tool, like maybe you're trying Kajabi to see if you need that for your membership, go ahead and take the map walkthrough. Map out projects and timelines. Next, manage work across projects and portfolios. Next, because as you go through these areas, you can kind of make a note. Am I going to need that? Am I curious about portfolios? Nope, I don't need that. Focus on the things you absolutely need or the main purpose that you're coming to this tool in the first place. Customize your process with fields. A lot of people use customized fields, and that's quite important to them. So that would be something you consider. Save time on manual processes with rules. Now, that's a big one for me because that helps with the automations. So I'm excited about that. So as you can see, some other things popped up. I wanted workflows, and I wanted to be able to create forms. So right away, I see that I can create workflows in here. I'm going to pop open and start building a workflow out in 2 minutes. And then use the tools available inside of the software, especially when it's new. If the software is made to help you get started and hit the ground running. So if you're familiar with workflows, you see how the trigger, what's going to be next, what's going to be next. And it's already started because I'm in coaching. What do I want to accomplish? I get to lay out a form submission, which is create a form that turns into a submission. I want my clients to complete an intake form. So when they complete this intake form, they'll get a folder added and then they'll get another email or a message sent to me that I've got to do something. So right here, name and email, I can add another question here. New question, I can drag. See how the layout makes it super simple for me. And I can make this a required question or not. And then I'll add my question and then single set select option or add an option, like if the question is, simple form style. And then I hit publish. And then I have the link to that because that will be inside of my form. And here, it makes my first step of my process. So this is a great example for using trials. If you want to see how I use a trial in something with a shorter timeline, I'm going to have some other videos for that. Comment below, but try to maximize your trials. This one's a pretty long one because it's a task management tool. But I know for a fact, I think the bigger tools are more complicated, all-in-ones like Kajabi, Teachable, Go High Level. They have shorter windows. If you'd like to see me do that, I'll comment below and I'll do that and show you exactly how I maximized because I use Go High Level and how I knew within 3 days I was going to use it, but I got to test all the tools I wanted because that's your purpose. Your goal should be to test the things that you think will happen with your activity.